It's Janet from JRK Handcrafted. I have a very large wedding album here that I did on commission, and I kind of wanted to record this. I'm not sure I'm going to put it up on my site, but I did want to record it so I would have a video of the album. It's a very large album, and I'm actually calling it You Are My Sunshine Wedding Album because of the sunflowers. The bride's flowers are sunflowers, so it kind of, some of the accents in the album tend to sway towards the sunflowers to kind of, as the accents. It's 10 by 10.5. The spine is 4 inches. I would try to turn it so you could see it. My camera's a little bit close, so it doesn't show up very well. Plus, I have the name of the bride and groom kind of blacked out here, so I'm going to try to remember not to move that while I'm videotaping. Anyway, the front is very simple. It's just an ephemera card here, you and me. I've taken some of the sunflowers from the digital paper pack that I used for this album. I also accented it with a lot of gold. That was a request of the bride's mother as the accent color. So anyways, let's get into it. It is tied together with a beautiful organza, satin, and gold trimmed ribbon. So I'll untie it and I'll be a little more comfortable once we can kind of get past the naming here. So, and I'm not sure how good I can keep this in frame, but let's have a look-see here. So the album itself, like I said, is fairly large. The front cover has a very large pocket, which I haven't put anything in there. In case they'd like to put their invitations, a copy of their thank you notes after the wedding, some cards that they might have received from a grandparent or, someone special they might want to put in there. Also can put photos in there too. But for now, I've just left that open. It's fairly generous. They can put a few things in there. I would not want to load this item up any more than it already is. It's heavy and it's big. But it should hold. Now, I've kind of done a review of the number of photos it will hold. Designated areas in this album will hold 14 5x7s, 34 by 6, 17 3x4s, 17 4x4s, 5 2x2s, 2 3x3s, and I am also going to include some blank mats in here. And I'll explain why as we go through. And those will be for the bride to use at her discretion when she fills out the album. Anyway, in here, again, I've included a photo mat here. My usual remove and replace. So remove this, slap your photo on, and you're done. So a 5x7 here will fit perfectly with a black outline on it. No need to trim or do anything in that case. And the same with the 4x6s. Any that you see here, there's no need to trim any of that out. It should be, they should be able to slap right on there as soon as you remove that, remove and replace. So in here, we have Just Married. Again, like I said, the gold accents. This is gold glittered, gold foil. Here, I have a really pretty photo mat. And the insert here holds a 3x4. And then on the back, a 5x7. This one is very slim. You may have to just trim off 1/8 of an inch or something to get that to show more of the border, but that just slides back in there. And then here we have room for a 4x6. And a lot of these pockets will hold more than one photo mat. But again, this is fairly chunky, so I'm not so sure I would, add any more than where indicated. Then this flips open. And you have a really pretty photo mat here. Room for a 5x7 there. That slides back in. And in here you have the wedding rings with the diamond on there with silver glitter. Room for a 4x6 here. Over here, you've got this pretty kind of scrolly pocket here. 4x6s. And I believe the top one is a 3x4. Yes. A 3x4. Okay, so then that folds down. Let me kind of keep scooching here. in each of the pockets, and in each of the pages, and there's 4 pages in this album, there's room for more photos. And this will always tell you what size photo goes there. Now, if you decide to put 2 3x6 or 2, if you decided to change up these sizes, you could change these to 2 3x4s if you wanted. That just slides back in there, and just a little bit of yellow sticks out so that you know that it's there. Then we open up this page further, and we have a really pretty photo mat here, room for a 4x6, and there's this lovely leaf work here, and there's acetate in here, so it keeps that pocket basically secure. Here we have just an opening here that will hold photos again. I have put nothing on the back of these ones because sliding in, it just makes it easier for this to slide back in the pocket to there. So, okay. And then on the back here, you have room for some photos there. Now, for example, I loved the sunflowers here, and I put this here so that you could put on you could designate your 4x6. So you would remove that paper, and then your 4x6 would just fit right there. Okay, so there's a lot of areas within the album where there's open spaces like this. And so what I've done to help the bride out is okay, so for instance, this one here as an example. Okay, so there's absolutely nothing on this page. So I could leave it at the bride's discretion to tack that down on there. And that would hold 2 4x6s if that's what, if you had that like that. And again, you would remove this. So this would be very similar. You would just plunk your 4x6 picture on there and then place it down there. Alternatively, if you wanted to have a 5x7 on there, you could just place it like that. Put your picture on, put that down with your adhesive, and I would suggest a dry adhesive, like a double-sided tape or a tape runner, and you would apply that. So because I'm, the bride or even myself, we might not know what size the pictures are going to be, the majority of the pictures are going to be, so I did not want to designate spots here. That'll be totally up to the bride or the bride and her mother. So then we move here. We've got like a bit of an envelope looking pocket there with a really cute photo mat, and then room for a 4x4 there. Okay, and then here you would just remove this. It's made a bit like a picture frame, and you would put your picture down there. Okay, then over here we have a couple of stacked pockets. I love this paper, it's really cute. 4x4s, 4x6s. They slide in there, and it's got this really pretty filigree heart here. And lots of gold accents. And then over here, this was an actual digital print, and I just basically cut an opening up here to stick that in. And then here's your other, sorry, I thought this was a stacked. I guess it's not stacked. It's just two different flips with pockets in them. And then again, the photo mats going in there. Okay. And then just the pretty picture on the back here. I did not do an insertion point there. Here you are again, place for your photos. You can decide what you want to do with photos here. And you've got your insert here for 2x2s, a 4x6, a couple of 4x6s there. The rounded parts actually go in because it just makes it easier to slide it in there. And then your yellow pieces show here. Then it flips over here, and this is, I think, probably one of my most favorite. I'll see if I can make sure I can get this in. Favorite pages here. So you have photo mats on either side. This one here, what I've done is I've taken and put the remove and replace on here, and it basically will frame your 4x4. So, and then it's got room for a 5x7 on the back, and then 3x4 in there as well. And that's the same on both sides. Okay, then these open up, and you have a couple of more pockets here. You've got areas here. Let me see if I can move this. You have areas on both sides here for additional photographs, and the same on the other side. And I apologize for having to move back and forth. This is a fairly large album. So 4x6s go in here. And I just love the heart. The fact that it joins together here. Those go in there, and you have the same on this side. And then this opens up again. And again, I have to apologize. I'm going to have to move a little bit here. So you've got open space here for photos, and the same on the other side. One side's just a little bit bigger than the other. And then here, you have more room for photos, which holds this flap down. Okay, and then this opens up. Let me see here. And lovely gold glitter paper here, and then that folds down. Again, you've got a huge area here for photographs. And like I said, I would not load this up much more than where the designations are. Like I said, as it is, the album's fairly significant. So, and the same on this side. So then these fold back in together, and then your page flips. You've got a space here with my favorite paper. This opens up. I'm not going to untie it now, but it opens up, and these doors open, and they're acetate on the back. I've just slid another photo mat in here. So you can always find room for another one in there. Blank space here. Here, this lovely heart here opens up, and there's a photo mat in here. Closes down with magnets. This pulls out. So you have photo mats. Now, you say a 3x3. Okay, so in this particular instance, you would have your large photo there, and then down below, there's a 3x3. So you would just find an area on your photo where the focal point is. This was actually a larger photo, and I just put it on my one of my pieces of software here for changing photo sizes, and or you can just cut around it and go 3x3. So even though this may have been part of a 4x6 picture, the most important part was the shoes and the flowers. So the rest of it, it didn't really matter. So we just kind of slid those in there. And then with the other 3x3, it would make a really nice montage there. Okay, so again, that slides back in here. And these sometimes are a little bit snug, just because of the way that the album is structured. But with a little bit of encouragement, they go in with no problem. Okay, so here we have a flap that opens. We have two 4x6 photo mats in here. We have some butterflies flying away from the sunflowers. And then on this side, this opens up, and there's room here for 4x6. Now, this is where you can put loose photos. So for instance, when I talked about, including some extra photo mats, if you ended up having some extra ones at the end of the day and you had nowhere else to put them, you can always slide them in here. This will close down, and they will stay tucked in there with the bumpers here on either side. They won't slide in or out. So you can do that. Okay, and on this side here, we have a beautiful photo mat, Kiss the Bride, and space for a 5x7, and this wonderful pocket here. It is acetate, but it has beautiful gold accents on it. And on this side, we have kind of a fun addition here. It's the bride and groom, but I've put some gold stars and sequins in here. Just, I thought it was kind of cute. So it's got the you and me on the front, and then it's the green on the back. And again, here's another space here where you could put a couple of 4x6 photos, or you could even put 5x7 and just switch them the other way. And then this would close up and keep the photos in nice and snug. And again, you've got this wonderful gold and black glitter paper here. Okay, this opens up. I've just put a piece of pattern paper here and made an insert. Again, the sunflowers, which I thought are really funky. So I've done this album. The mom wanted it to be elegant, but considering there was sunflowers in it, I thought it also was a bit whimsical. So I've kind of taken a little bit of creative license and kind of made it fun as well as elegant, or at least I think I have. Anyway, another photo mat here, which holds this flap closed. It opens up. Let me move it down. Opens up. And there's another pocket here as well, which has a 3x4. So that closes down and this slides back in. Okay. And again, you've got another photo mat here. And this has room for 3x4s, 4x4s, and 3x4s. There we go. All right. And this opens up. You've got some beautiful heart pockets. This pocket, top pocket goes all the way down. And then this one will hold a 3x4 or a couple of them here. And this will hold a 5x7. So that just slides down in there. And then here you've got a photo mat here, which will hold a 4x4 and a 4x6. And this large one here, which holds a 5x7, two 5x7, excuse me. Okay, and that just slides in there. And you've got this wonderful arrow pocket here. And there's acetate in behind that as well to give it some stability. Okay, then this opens up. You've got room for a 4x6 here. Now this isn't the right orientation, but if you were going to put, so if you took the generic ones and put your picture on there, you could have a picture there as well. Okay. And then here you've got this cute little tag. It looks kind of like a bookmark, and it just says, "You are my beautiful sunshine." And it just slides in here. And you've got this nice heart here, which is acetate. This opens up, so you've got some more space there. Sometimes just looking at the pretty paper is enough. You don't have to completely cover everything with photographs. Here you've got some space, and here you have this really fun butterfly acetate flip here, which of course is a yellow one. I thought it was really pretty to have the sunflowers down there, and then it has just the ivy leaves here. You've got this which opens. You have two 5x7s here, front and back, and in here you have room for a 4x6. This slides down fairly low, so, but if you see it kind of tucked out the back. Okay, and then back here again you have the sunflowers, which are trimmed out in black and put on this beautiful green stripe paper. And then, what can you say? Gold glitter. That goes in there. And then at the back, I did put a photo mat there for two 5x7s. Really cute hat there with the sunflowers in it. And then just some yellow polka dot hearts. And then here, the champagne glasses. And the back, and the back just is the plain sage green with the you and me on the back. So that's it. I'm not going to flip it over. I'll try to show you the spine here. Yeah, so the spine, like I said, is pretty significant. And the ribbon goes all the way around this album. So it tucks in, so it's very secure there. So that's the album. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. Like I said, I'm not sure I'm going to be posting this up on my site. I will have to check for permission from the lady who has commissioned it to see if, she's okay with that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome day.